Hi! Thank you so much for tuning in to your Written in the Stars February 2017 Horoscope. I'm so excited to see you. If we haven't met before, my name is Madeline, and if you're back, I really appreciate it and thank you so much. As usual, I'll be doing two different readings for you during this video. Your Horoscope, which is a really overarching look at the whole story for the month, and then a really laser-focused spread to give you some action steps to take and a theme to sort of focus on to make the most of your month. Of course, it's going to be Valentine's Day, and February is for lovers. And Venus, the planet of love and beauty, has just entered Aries, so I'm expecting things to really heat up, and we may see some of that in your reading. But you can also tune into your first ever Written in the Stars video horoscope to see where she's lighting up your chart specifically. So thank you again for tuning in. I hope you will let me know what you think of these horoscopes. I would love, love, love to hear from you, and I hope that it provides you some great insight and empowerment for the month. Without further ado, on to your reading. Hey, Cancer. Nice to digitally see you. Very happy to see what is up for my Moony brothers and sisters in February 2017. Cancer in February. Appropriate. Just called you my Moony brothers and sisters, and there's the moon. Gee, Spirit, you trying to tell me something? Cancer. Wow. February. Cancer. Wow. Couple of aces right up front. Cancer. What's going on with Cancer in February 2017? Wow. If you get a fourth ace, Cancer, I don't know what I'm going to do. Cancer, February 2017. And you are going to see me turn this guy right side up, Cancer, because I am an intuitive reader, so I do not read reversed cards as arbitrarily reversed or muted or negative. I'm intuitive, so I listen to what Spirit has to tell me and show me about the card. So I will definitely share any changes in the original meanings with you, though, if there is such. Okay, Cancer, February 2017. Cancer. What's up for Cancer in February 2017? Make sure you can see everybody. Cancer, February 2017. Cancer, February 2017. Okay. All right, Cancer. Let's see. So this is definitely going to be a month of new beginnings for you. It is pretty exciting and intense to see that you have 3 of the 4 aces in the deck here. Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands, and Ace of Swords. So that's water, fire, and air. So you've got creative, emotional, and mental inspiration and breakthroughs and new waves of energy coming into your life this month. I mean, and wow. And so this month brings a transformation, and Spirit is using the phrase test of faith. And I don't want that to worry you, Cancer, because I'm really not feeling like that's a negative thing or an intensely painful thing. I'm actually feeling like, I mean, it's sort of like be devoted to what you're doing every day of your life. And what does that mean, Cancer? That means love what you do. So if you are walking through your life not loving it, I understand that you can't like quit the job that you have to do every day to pay your bills. You can't quit it today anyway. You can definitely, start a plan to be able to make your way out, which would be great too. But Spirit is not talking about like, okay, drop everything and move to Tahiti. They're talking about where can you find more joy in your everyday life? Could you sing on your commute to work? because there is some science behind the fact that even if you're not feeling like it, if you just sing in the car or sing wherever you are, it improves your mood. It like brings up your endorphins and your serotonin, and it just kind of like you fool yourself into getting happier. So find the joy, find reasons to have faith, find reasons to have optimism. You have the star here, which is a wonderful sign of hope. And she comes after the moon, which is like perfect because the moon is all about the darkness, and not in the scary way, but in the sense of like, well, okay, let's be real. The moon is a little scary in that it's about the unknown. And we are all, to some degree, frightened and thrilled by the unknown. Thrill is like the fun side of fear. So what would be thrilling to you, Cancer? What would be like a thrilling, out of the box, like, this is a little scary, I don't know if I can do it, but I really want to kind of experience? This is a month to go for it. This is a month to say, like, how would I like to change? I'm going to make this change. How would I like to evolve? I'm going to evolve. I have all this energy for new beginnings, and I feel it. I feel that this is the time for those new beginnings. And you're going to have people to help you, Cancer. You are going to have, some of you have a wonderful spouse or girlfriend or boyfriend, a partner that is just so supportive and so loving and like respects and admires your talents so much. And these are general readings, Cancer. So if that does not apply to you, some of these messages are going to resonate more than others, since these messages are going out to every one of Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. But regardless of whether this is a romantic partner or a partner in creativity or business, there's a wonderful reciprocity blooming here and a wonderful sense of support and balance. Like, again, talking about complementary skills and attitudes. Like, you guys may not feel exactly the same way or do things the same way, but the way that you work blends very well together. And Spirit is saying that there's a lot of energy for potential in that partnership. Those aces are really like surrounding that partnership and leading up to the star, which is like, yes, you are on your way to your purpose. You are fulfilling what it is in some way that you're on this earth to do. So for some of you, that is like as quote unquote mundane, which I do not think of this as mundane, but as mundane as being a mother or a father. Like, that this is your purpose on earth, is like part of your purpose on earth is to raise these children the way that you're raising them. Or for some of you, it's like to create your art, to heal other people if you work in a medical or like a psychological healing modality. You are experiencing a deepening and a broadening of your purpose in February. And that's like a big deal, Cancer. There's good news coming to you, and I feel like there's financial support and assistance coming in for you. And that's going to come in handy because I am seeing some of you are going to be like kind of tightening your belt. Like, I feel like there's an extra bill coming for some of you, or something a little bit unexpected that is going to kind of be like, ooh, we need to like tighten our belts a little bit. We need to like cut out a little bit of excess spending for a month or two. And Spirit just said that for some of you that's coming in, but it's more like, we want to save up to do this in 2 months. So for 2 months, we're going to need to cut back on this, and that, if we want to be able to do this by June or March. So for some of you, it's voluntary. And for those of you that it's involuntary, Spirit is saying that there's a real opportunity for like, okay, they just said necessity is the mother of invention. So for some of you, it's like, oh man, I really need to make a little more income. What do I have? What can I do? I have a talent. I have a skill that I can put to good use. I can sew, or I can cook, or I can clean, or I can, and I mention those because Spirit is bringing up the domestic stuff since you're the mother of the zodiac, Cancer. But you could definitely have a host of other talents. I can code. I can freaking paint. I can teach. Like, go out and do what it is you can do. And you can bring in either some side income or get a new job, because Spirit's talking about you investing in a new structure and in a new way of using your skills. So some of you have already been thinking about like, how am I going to use my skills? And I feel like some of you have someone nearby who you think of as very intelligent and very much a self-starter, and that person can give you some great input on like, well, I think you're talented at this, or, well, you've always wanted to write, so why don't you try XYZ, like, or why don't you try self-publishing? Like, someone is whispering a good idea in your ear, whether it's me right now or another friend of yours, and I feel like this person is an air sign. An air sign, and okay, and Spirit just said Earth, so for some of you, it's like the air could be an ascendant or their moon, and you might not even know it because what you know is their sun sign, which is like Capricorn or Taurus or Virgo. So, in either case, all of you have an intelligent and perceptive friend nearby that can kind of help you cut through your own limited perceptions, your own fears or hang-ups about what you want to do, or at the very least, if it's not about cutting through like your own internal resistances, they can even help you overcome obstacles like, oh, this is how you do that, or hey, I can direct you to a resource where you can figure out how to like build this website, or get in contact with someone who can teach you how to do XYZ. So tap your resources this month. Use your resources very well, and don't tighten your belt when it comes to like mental and emotional resources. Like, you may be trying to spend less money, and that's fine and good, and it helps you build wealth when you save. But you definitely want to, it's like phone your lifeline. If we want to like go back in time to like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, like you need to like phone a friend and get that bit of input, because that's going to put you a lot further forward. If you try to do it on your own, you're completely like okay to do that, and you can do it and you can accomplish it, but it's going to take you a lot longer than it would if you just get the assistance that you need, get the expertise that you need. Here's the other thing, Cancer, is gosh, you need to kind of cut through the crap a little bit this month. You need to be a little bit honest, and you need to, like, you're such a kind and compassionate and empathic soul, Cancer, that sometimes it can be hard for you to say, I don't like that, or like, no, that's not going to work, or that is not what I want from you, or whatever in the negative. But you need to be a little bit audacious, a little bit unafraid to rock the boat. Like, rock the boat, Cancer, because smooth seas do not make good sailors, you know? Like, don't be afraid to do a little bit of course correction. Don't be afraid to tell somebody, like, this is not working for me and I need it to be different, or if it's not different, then I need to go ahead and cut myself off from the situation, or walk away, or do it my own way, or whatever. Because again, these are general readings, Cancer, so I'm feeling for some of you, it's like, this is a relationship that you're feeling like, this is not working for me and I'm going to walk away. For some of you, it's a project. If you do want something much more personal and in-depth, you could definitely book a one-on-one reading with me. I would love that. My shop is linked below in the description if you're interested. But regardless of whether this is like business, creative, romantic, you need to lay down the law a little bit. So you're getting outside perspective, but don't lose the fact that you have a vision for this. And there's a reason. There's a vision that is summoning you, Cancer, and you will serve that vision best by being very true to it. And allowing it to get muddied is going to leave you feeling like you didn't do it at all. So don't go halfway, and get the input you need, and then take the initiative yourself. Don't let anybody else steer the ship. It's funny, all these water metaphors when you're a water sign. Steer the ship, rock the boat. But it's true, Cancer. Don't be afraid to shake things up a little bit and to really take charge. And yes, getting input is a wise thing to do, but so is being ruthlessly, brutally honest with yourself and with other people. And I use the term ruthless, Cancer, because you are a Cancer. Would I tell an Aries to be ruthlessly honest? Would I tell a Scorpio to be ruthlessly honest? Maybe not. Maybe I wouldn't use that word. But with you, again, such an empathic and sensitive soul, when I say be ruthlessly honest, all I can hope for is that makes you be like bare bones honest. Which will serve you very well and bring better things into your life and help you build a better life for yourself. Okay, Cancer. So please be honest with yourself and others. Please definitely jump up and take initiative on this thing that you've been dreaming about, because this is the month to do it. This is the month to make the shift and start working toward what it is that you feel that you can create. And you can have the help that you need. They are at your disposal. They're ready to assist you. So just be very clear about what you need and what you don't need, and together you can build something really, truly amazing. So now let's get some really firm action steps to look at for you this month. And do your fiercely focused spread. Okay, so we're going to start by pulling a theme card for you. What does Cancer most need to invoke, understand, or expect this month, Spirit? February 2017 for the sign of Cancer. February 2017 for the sign of Cancer. Cancer. Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. So for the Devil, I will always pull a prescription card. So let us see what comes of you acknowledging the Devil, Cancer. And of course we'll get into all this, but the Devil is not Satan. Tarot is pre-Christian, so the Devil does not represent evil, as scary as he looks. Okay, so what is Cancer's prescription for the Devil in February 2017, Spirit? Wow. Okay. Be disciplined. Take control. That's so funny because, you know, they were talking about not letting other people kind of hold you back and needing to kind of take the reins and take control and rock the boat if that's what's necessary and steer your ship and all the water stuff. So, Cancer, again, I really respect the level of empathy and sensitivity and compassion you have. But sometimes it really can keep you chained up. You can get a little codependent. You can get a little needy when it comes to other people's approval. And I love the Emperor like giving this guy the side eye. I'm just going to pick these up so you can see what a tremendous side eye that the Emperor is giving the Devil. He's just like, this motherfucker right here. Like, the Emperor has no respect for the Devil because the Emperor is all about self-control. The Devil wants to control other people with the threat of fear and the threat of power. The Emperor would rather have the power himself. He doesn't care about ruling anybody else. He cares about getting it right himself. So it's like, be the boss. Be the authority figure. Be the father figure. Who's your daddy, Cancer? You are your daddy. You run your life. You build your foundation. You make the calls. You be the disciplined one. And don't be waiting around or expecting anybody else to kind of pick up the slack or take up the position of leader. It's time for you to be the leader, especially when it comes to your own life, okay? And it's time to let go of the habits and people and thought patterns that keep you enslaved. The Devil is not, again, about evil. He's about bondage, and he's about voluntary bondage and bondage that we get into out of fear. Like, oh, I don't think I could find another job, so I better stay in this one. No, not true. Oh, this relationship kind of sucks, but I'm kind of worried that I'll die alone, so I guess I'll just put up with not being happy. No. Like, the Devil rules illusion, and the Emperor rules the truth, firmness, discipline, like hard edges, yes, no, black, white. You know what you really want, Cancer. So the time is now to go for it and to build it. So February, build. Don't cower. Don't vacillate. Don't hide behind, well, this person's not letting me build it. Build it. Okay. So now let's see what's going on for you physically, financially. What's going on in the earthly material realm for you, Cancer, in February 2017. Beautiful. The King of Pentacles, again, another confirmation for take control. And he came up in your previous reading. Same card, different deck. Take control. Be the... meet out your resources carefully. You're very savvy with money and with resources, and resources includes your energy this month. So be very canny about where you put your energy. Be very... you have a Midas touch. So if you have an idea about something to do with your money, whether it's like the way you spend it, the way you save it, the way you invest or allocate it, go with it. Trust yourself. You can build something tremendous. Again, they're using the word build with the Emperor, with the King. I mean, they're very much related. I don't know if you can tell. They have the same fabulous shoes. Now, you don't always see emperors and kings wearing the heavy metal boots of soldiers, but that's because these kings, this emperor and this king, they are self-made. They built their own empires, and that is what Spirit is asking you to do, Cancer. Rock the boat, take the lead, be the leader. Okay, so what's going on in your mind in February 2017, Cancer? Woo! Okay, dang, we dropped all these guys, but this one is the one who wants to present to us. So he is the one we will keep. Speaking of not rocking the boat and of letting go and releasing things that are not working for you, the Seven of Swords says lighten your load. You can't have all of these thoughts and projects and all of this static on your mind and still build what you want, Cancer. So it's time to start getting really, again, they're using the word ruthless about what thoughts and words and messages that you allow into your life. What kind of tasks and mental burdens are you carrying? And how many of them do you really need to carry? How many can you set down? Do you really need to look at the news the first thing in the morning? Does that set your day off on the right foot? I'm not saying remain uninformed or stick your head in the sand, but I'm saying how much can you carry? And do you think you do a better job as a human being when you're trying to carry all of it, or when you systematically, strategically eliminate certain mental burdens in order to carry other ones with much more grace? Okay? What I'm thinking is you can't do everything. Like, for example, and this is what Spirit is coming through with very clearly, many of you Cancers are rightfully concerned with the state of the world in this moment, and it is a fearful state that we find ourselves in, particularly if you're watching what's happening in the United States, or you happen to be living in the United States as I am. It's very reasonable for you to feel anxious or fearful or depressed about the way things are going. Now, however, is it beneficial for you to be in that state? Does it help you to do more for the world from that state, or would you be more helpful in a more buoyant, positive state? So again, it's not about maybe you shouldn't watch the news or read the news first thing in the morning on your phone because you don't want to be informed, but more like, why don't I read this at noon after lunch, once I've kind of gotten my day off to a good start and established some good things in my life, and then I can go ahead and look into what else is going on. And that's very specific for some of you. For some of you, that's not the issue, and it's more like you have too many things on your to-do list and you need to just like delegate and delete. But definitely Cancer, whatever the case is for you, because again, general readings, but whichever the case is for you, all of you have too many thoughts, too much on your mind, and it's time to put a couple things in a drawer and say, even if I'm not putting these away forever or deleting them, I'm not going to worry about them now. I can't handle all of this in this moment, so I'm going to go ahead and say, these are the 3 or 4 things I'm going to concentrate on instead of these 7, okay? Okay, so now let's look, Cancer, at what you're feeling this month. How you'll be feeling, relating, emoting this month. What's going on in your heart, in your relationships? How are you feeling, Cancer, in February 2017? Cancer, February 2017. Ah, very fitting. So here you are, Cancer. The Queen of Cups, the Queen of Water, the Queen of Intuition and Empathy. So, in making these decisions that you need to make, you can trust yourself, Cancer. You can trust your intuition. Particularly, you'll be able to trust your intuition when you do this, when you set down the stuff that you know is like, okay, this is out of my depth. I can't take on every charity case and still have money in my bank account to pay my rent, or every mental burden and still have any kind of bandwidth for my family and my friends and my loved ones. So self-care is important, and the Queen of Cups is all about self-care. She's all about intuitive and being compassionate. And my kitty Thurman is trying to get in on this. Oh, look, he's visiting. Hello, Fatty. Fatty ginger boy. Okay. You're not even, that's rude, buddy. You're just showing him your butt. You're not even showing him your cute face. Buddy. I love you too, buddy. Okay, buddy. Come on. Into the lap. Sorry about that, Cancer. I hope those of you who are not cat people can bear with me here. Okay. All right, buddy. Right into the lap. Okay. So where's that compassion, Cancer? Please have this Queen of Cups compassion for me and my kitty. So the Queen of Cups, again, she's all about intuition. She's all about self-reflection and depth and trusting herself, trusting what she feels, even above what seems to be presenting as the logical answer. So this month, trust yourself, Cancer. Trust your intuition even more than you normally do. The moon came up to show transformation. Recognize the ways in which you're changing and evolving and honor them. That is what Spirit is saying, is honor the changes that you've been making, because they're, I almost said the word permanent. What is permanent? Almost nothing, Cancer. But the changes that you've made are certainly profound and lasting, if not permanent, okay? So honor them and don't try to go back. Don't try to live by the old ways or by the old standards. You've come a long, long way, and you've earned a lot of wisdom, and you have a lot of wisdom to share with others. So these kings and queens coming up for you are definitely saying honor your authority, honor your wisdom and your knowledge and how far you've come, and trust that. So if something in you says, I don't want to handle this way, or you know what, as well as this is going for me, I don't want to do it anymore, honor that, okay? Okay, so now we're going to look at what is lighting you up in February 2017, Cancer. What is going on with your energy? What is going on with your creativity? What's setting you on fire in February 2017? Haha. Same card, different deck. This seems to be a pattern for you, Cancer. The Ace of Wands, that passion, that creative vision, that idea that you have, you must definitely, definitely, definitely give it love and attention this month. Thurman's trying to come back. Thurman's like, yeah, I want to look at your cards. Come on, buddy. Come on, my ginger boy. I know you're fiery, so you're interested in those wands. Okay. The Ace of Wands, that inspiration and that vision, believe it. Believe what you're seeing in your mind, Cancer, and make it so. Go through all of the dips without giving up on it, okay? Like, it's not going to be 100% like A grade, A grade, A grade for every hurdle that you pass over. You might trip over a couple of those hurdles. Stick to it. It's going to be worth it. It's going to be... You're seeking more security, and it's going to come to you. And security doesn't always follow inspiration, but in your case it is this month. So this passion project or this vision that you have, put the work behind it, put the structure behind it, and take out the fear. Take out, oh no, what if it doesn't work, and put in, what if it does? It's going to feel great. You're going to have more than enough. You'll feel lighter of heart and of mind. And your heart will be on fire, Cancer. So please trust your intuition. Trust your soul. What is it crying out for? What is it calling you toward? please follow it. If you want to know what it is, if you have ideas about what it is, I would love to hear from you. Whether you want to let me know here in the YouTube comments, or if you want to find me on social media, I would love, love, love to hear that this, if it resonated with you, or what you think that it says about your life. I want to thank you as always for listening, Cancer. It's always a pleasure, and I really appreciate you tuning in, and I hope to see you again in March. Thank you so much. Have a fantastic month.